Welcome to the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. I'm your host, Paul Wright. In this podcast, we share the secrets of elite allied health business ownership and teach you the strategies, tactics, and mindset needed to grow a highly profitable and successful allied health business that works without you. If you'd like to work directly with the Practiceology team and receive personal coaching and mentoring to help you earn more, work less, and enjoy your life as a health business owner, visit mypracticeology.com to find out more and apply. Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of the Practiceology podcast. We teach you the science of earning more, working less, and enjoying your life as a health business owner. Now, Meg McPherson and Neena Folliott have joined us today from Articulate Design Co. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Thank you for
Thanks
having us.
Now, they got confused. They didn't know who was going to answer that question because there's a 3-person interview here and they got confused. These guys, they are health professionals as well as being co-owners of Articulate Design Company, which is a company that specialises in the design and fit out of health practices. At Articulate Design, they believe the overall design of a wellness space is an important factor that shapes our patient and team members' experience, mood, and energy, which directly contribute to a sense of well-being for all. As well as being Articulate Design and consulting experts, Meg is the owner of Fit Physiotherapy in Ontario, and Neena is a registered physio with over a decade in clinical experience in private practice and sports medicine. So here we are. We're going to talk today about design, ladies. So you ready to go on the podcast?
Let's do it.
Now, I've just got to set my timer here. All right. So question 1, who's your ideal client at Articulate?
Our ideal clients are forward-thinking wellness practitioners who believe that the design of their wellness space can create tangible benefits for their clients and themselves alike. These are also people who are looking to create alignment between their digital brand identity and their physical space. And our ideal clients are really motivated to change the status quo.
Right. Well, question 2. So what's the problem you guys solve for these health business owners?
We help business owners articulate, pun intended, and translate their aesthetic preferences, their brand identity, and their overall ethos into the design of a functional, efficient, and inspiring clinic space.
Wow.
We really feel the spectrum of going from the digital space into the physical space and really creating a great brand journey. And we want to create inspired spaces that inspire well-being.
Love it. So question 3. So what are the typical symptoms health business owners experience when they've got this brand articulation disconnect, really?
I think that when people don't consider the design of their space from the get-go, they either quickly realize, or even in a few years, they realize that they have issues with function, maximizing their earning potential, and that their space just doesn't have the vibe they intended, or sometimes kind of all of the above. Other symptoms really are just a lot of decision fatigue for new clinic owners. It's such an overwhelming time for these wellness practitioners. So we really kind of offer them that support, but that's really the biggest problem is decision fatigue.
Yeah, there's so many things to think about. The last thing I think about is colors or lighting or anything else. So question 4. So common mistakes people make when they're struggling with their design issues and their clinic layout. What do they do wrong?
They do just what's been done before. They copy and paste any clinic that they've ever worked in or been in without putting a lot of real deep thought into the flow and function of their practice. The other mistake is kind of hitting the 80 to 90% mark. They create a space where it's functional, people can come in the doors, it's done, but it's not done. And we all know that from homes. You go in a home and it's done, and then you go in a home and it's done. And it's a very different experience.
Yeah. Well, question 5, with about 4 minutes left. So what's a valuable free action that our audience can implement to help them with their design issues? What can they do pretty easily?
What they can do really easily is think of these big design elements, lighting, textures, tech integration, organization, and ask themselves if their brand aligns with those elements. And I think really out of those, it would be organize your space, get rid of the junk.
So just making the thing more aesthetically pleasing without all the clutter is a simple step.
Well, and that really serves a functional purpose too.
Yeah, okay. You also talk about lighting and other things. So just looking at using some other forms of lighting is a pretty easy thing to do.
Absolutely. So if you're unable to kind of change lighting out, where can you add elements of lighting? And same goes for textures. Where can you add a little bit of depth in terms of different materials or layering different elements, including plants, to create a little bit more dimension in your space? And how does tech kind of integrate into the design in each space, each room in your clinic space?
And question 6, so a valuable free resource. What have you guys got that can help our people with their design problems get their practice to feel good rather than just be a place where they did the treatment? What can you help them with?
Well, we've created a really interesting design cheat sheet. It can be found on our website, and it is a quick and dirty tool to sort of realize areas where design may not be at the forefront in your own clinical space, and what are some tangible steps you can take that will help start to transform your space. We also offer a design consultation, which works really well for any customer globally. You don't need to be located where we are. And it is a great way to give us your design problems. Neena and I will meet. We come up with solutions, whether it's paint colors, whether it's a specific shopping list of items that you need to really transform your space. We meet with you and we give you a comprehensive PDF of all the suggestions that we've made, and it gives you the tools to really execute and change your space for the better.
And where do they go to get both of those resources? Where do they go to get that?
Oh, thanks for the prompt.
No worries.
You can go to articulateDesignCo.com, or you can follow us at Articulate Design Co on Instagram. Those are the two best ways to see what we're up to and to get some great tips that you can implement right away.
I love it, because what do most of us do? We set our practice up and then we think about the design. We might have a friend who has a nice house or can never look at my space, and they don't know what they're doing. They just come in. So they can get a cheat sheet, plus they can have a comprehensive analysis of their practice. They take photos or videos and post it to you guys. How do they get the info to you?
Yeah, the more information they can give us, the better. And then we will also give them a very comprehensive design questionnaire to really get a sense of what they're looking for, what their practice is about. And from that, we can create a really cohesive design plan.
Fantastic. And the website again was?
www.articulateDesignCo.com.
Beautiful. Get the resource, guys. Get the resource. Get these guys involved in your practice layout, because we just have no idea. And you want to charge high prices for what you're doing. You've got to have the whole thing has to fit. The brand, the layout has to fit everything. The last question with about a minute to go. What's the one question I should have asked you would give great value to your audience here at Practiceology? What did I miss?
I guess one of the questions is, why Articulate Design Co? Why Meg and I? And I think the biggest thing is that we are practitioners. We understand what it takes to run a clinic. We've seen this kind of hole in the industry, and we really speak the language of clinic owners. And we really truly want to see the industry change. We think that in Canada, at least, allied health or wellness, it's kind of an undervalued industry, and we want to change that. We're changing people's lives, and we really want to show the value that our industry has to offer.
Fantastic. Guys, it's got to match. The days of plastic chairs and big reception desks are over. Get your act together, make the brand fit the message. Otherwise, you're in trouble. What's the URL again, girls? Where do they go to get the resources and get the consultation?
They go to articulatedesignco.com.
Beautiful. These guys, they have got to work with their teamwork here. Who's answering what questions. See, 3 people in an interview can be difficult, but thanks for joining us on the Practiceology podcast, ladies. Loved it. Well done. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate and leave a review, head over to iTunes. And if you'd like to increase your health business profits, reduce your personal work hours, and spend more time with your family and friends, you can find out more about the Practiceology Mentor Program at mypracticeology.com.